Hey Mbumba clan, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Zinhle.
And I'm Musibusiso.
And we are
Them Langenis.
Yes, guys, we are the Langenis, and you do want to know of our one house rule. If you're new to the channel, you do want to know of the one house rule, them Langeni house rule, and that is to
simply click subscribe and join the family. Sibe sonke, sibe yimbumba, sibe invoyini. You know, yeah, sibamban.
come on, guys, let us, And if you're a returning MC, guys, welcome back. So yes, guys, it's still the lockdown, and we just there must still be content that must come out. And as you can see from the title of this video today, we are speaking about the importance of communicating your values to your partner. Ne?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that most people don't really touch into before they get into marriage, or when they are in marriage, in a marriage. It is very important to say, because we all have different expectations. We all have different things that we value about being in a relationship, whereas when you are in a marriage, because it comes with a lot of things. So it is very important to state what is it that you want out of this. What are your values, what you value most in a relationship, what you value most about being married. It's important to say those things.
And there's tough conversation that needs to happen before you get married, actually, because you cannot play a game that we will see when we are there. You need to just clearly state what you really, also in a relationship, we need to stop thinking we can change people that have different values opposed to us. Because yes, there are values that maybe now you see the light, now you see where I'm coming from, now you compromise, but there's some stern values that I will not change, and you need to communicate that with your partner, because it's very important when you start a marriage and when you build a family that you have the same core values. Because if we're going to be teaching our child something, it has to be the same thing. I cannot be with somebody who does not believe in God, but I believe in God. So how are we then gonna function as a family? And I cannot say because he does not believe in God, I'm still interceding, it will happen. Yes, God's hand is not too short to save, but there's certain things that people just refuse to change. And that is why it's so important for you to communicate your values before you even start a relationship. Don't go with the flow and we'll see, because that's when we get hurt down the line. For example, if I don't believe in marriage, like I'm dating you but I don't believe in marriage, then it's something that you want, but it's something that you will never get from me, because it's something that I will not change, because I do not see the significance of marriage.
Yeah, actually, this for me was actually triggered by this other show that we were watching yesterday, and the guy has an idea of what a wife should be to him, and the wife is a different person to that, and the wife is saying, yes, I love this person, and I want to be with this person, and this person is that I want you to be this person for me to be with you, and they are not aligned in that sense. So it's very important to state what it is that you want, and what is that you value most about being in a relationship, and what are your core values of being married or of being in a relationship, what it is that you want to get out of it. You need to be very specific, to a point where if I can touch what she has said. If faith is one of your important things, state your faith. And never compromise your faith, because down the line, those are the things that tend to hurt you, is the things that you compromise on, because the Bible also says that can two walk together without them agreeing? So we need to be in one accord. We need to agree and be equally yoked, and say, okay, this is what we want. Me saying what I want to her, she must be willing to actually buy into that and compromise if she has to compromise, and it must be a willing. And if she doesn't willing to compromise, she must say, good night, no, you see this one, I can't, and we need to find a resolution out of it. And if we see that, this is not going to work, it is okay for us not to be together.
And I think we'll touch on is marriage for everyone, because with that show yesterday, I was so no, because this guy is saying you need to fit into this box for you to be worthy of me marrying you. These people are co-parenting, living together. Well, their relationship is over. But the girl, because the girl loves the guy is like, okay, you want us to work out. Are you going to change? Are you going to be this person so that I can marry you, so that I can see you as a wife? So for me, like, that's why it's almost like, in us communicating our values, as my husband said, there's certain things that you should not compromise on, because down the line you will be resentful and say, you changed me, okay, you said I must do 1, 2, 3, and when it does not serve you anymore because it's not from the core, it's not what you believe, then you're gonna say, because it's something you did not buy into, so you're gonna say, you know what, I didn't want to be like this, but you made me like this. So to avoid all of those, being hurt, being resentful down the line, and actually like now being very harmful to your union, if there's kids involved, families involved, it is very important to state your values. And if it's values that you're not going to compromise on, do not. If, maybe if my value is, honesty is one of them, respect is one of them, faith is one of them. Oh my gosh, I cannot think of values that I can compromise. Maybe marriage. I know people are like, okay, maybe I can go for life, for a life partnership versus like a marriage. And if for me, I'm like, it's not going to be the foundation that I want it to be on. It's not based on my faith. It does not make sense out of my faith. So I'm not going to compromise that. So I don't know values that you can compromise on, but you need to have your own list of things that you find very important. And this also, you need to look at culture values, because personal values are different from culture values. So you need to see, maybe there's some culture values that you don't want to let go of, and maybe those are the ones that you can compromise, you can change, because you begin to see things in a different light. As for culture values, I never had core ones from when I was young or when we were growing up. I know there were practices that they used to do in my family that I will not do. So it's one of those things that it does not align with my bigger value, which is my faith, my relationship with God, my Christianity. So those are the other things that you need to talk about. You need to talk about your cultural values as well when you start a family, because now something is happening. Now this one is saying we must do it like this, and I'm like, must do it like that. Then there's just like a disconnect, and there's a miscommunication, and there's just a clash in the marriage, and that should not be the case.
Yeah, I mean, you said a mouthful.
Yeah,
there.
no, actually, I'm also tired.
I actually don't know what to say now. But you know what I picked up from that show we were watching? The guy had so much to say about what type of a wife he wants.
Yeah.
And I kept on saying throughout, I mean, like, he was saying things like the girl must change, the things that the girl must change for the girl to fit the criteria. And at the same time, I kept on saying, the girl must say something as well. There are certain things that the girl, and surely there are certain things that the girl wants the guy to change about himself also. So that compromise must be reciprocated. So if I'm compromising, it means that you also should have things that you're willing to compromise
unless
on.
The guy is perfect for her, but
unless because I mean she was saying that these are the things, but also it is important to tell that person. It doesn't help my wife going to tell her friends that I'm not ticking these boxes, and then when we come together, it's not things that I know of. Kanti chiki ngaphandle, she's not happy. So that's where I think the misalignment happened, and that's where the foundation starts to crack, and that's where the structure crumbles at the end of the day. So it is important, very important actually, to we say communication. It's one of the very much important things in a relationship, and this comes from communication. Speak and be specific. Be specific. If you don't like a guy who's not going to help you with house chores, say it.
Just as the guy would be like, me, I don't do 1, 2, 3, so that you start knowing. You start knowing, and not with. It's not bad to have expectations, but it's bad to have false expectations. So rather just communicate from the get-go, have those tough decisions. It's gonna save you like down the line. And even with values, over the years, you need to communicate. Like, you need to like still check in if are we still believing in the same thing, because life happens. People start having different views, and you need to be able to say to your person, you know what, maybe I was okay because we were dating, and also maybe you did not communicate that actually I don't want somebody that drinks,
Yeah.
And life goes on, and you just like, actually this is a deep thing. Like, I feel like I do not want to be with somebody that drinks, and you need to say that to your person so that your person, makes the informed decision with knowing. And it's also important when you communicate, because you're giving that other person the full truth, not half truth, that they are dealing with this now and this later. You're giving them your full truth, your truth, because there's facts and there's your truth. Your truth is what you stand for. Facts can say it's okay.
Yeah.
Facts can say we can, but your truth, that's what you need to hold on to. And you need to communicate that over the years so that somebody knows where you are, so that you're always on the same page. In a relationship, you need to be on the same page with important things like values. It's one of the things that you cannot be gambling with. You cannot be like frying chips and whatever with it. You need to be, you need to be
crystal clear.
Yeah.
You need to be crystal clear, because that's where your divorce then creeps in, and that's where it comes from. Those things that, because sometimes you can compromise, because you are still all lovey-dovey, and but you should compromise. I should know that you actually compromised.
Yeah.
So that down the line when you come back and you're like, Endota, remember that conversation that we had, and I said that I actually don't like someone who drinks.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like now it's taking strain in our relationship.
Yeah.
It's either you're willing to compromise now on your side. I compromised and I was with you while you were still drinking, but now I feel like it's taking so much strain.
Yeah.
And Nami, I should then, it's not something new. I know that you actually compromised, for you to be in a relationship with the person who doesn't drink.
Yeah.
So when you come and tell me that actually it's taking so much strain, I, as a person that loves you, I should also, now maybe it's my turn to compromise that, to give up that bottle,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it must be reciprocated. Hey, I hope that's the right pronunciation. So
yeah.
I always say, Guti, whatever you if I come and say I don't want a wife who doesn't or who drinks, I should be okay with a person who comes and say I don't want a husband who drinks, because we tend to have double standards when it comes to such things.
Yeah.
A person will say I don't want a wife who drinks,
but
yet they are out and coming back home at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So you need to, there must be a balance of some sort.
There must be a balance, there must be some alignment, and like you're saying, there shouldn't be double standards. Michael Jordan said in the documentary
Come on, somebody.
So Michael Jordan said, he was very, watch it, but he said something about his team, because the team was like, he was pushing us, he was just that guy, and Michael Jordan said, I never asked them something that I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So don't like he understands that you cannot expect something that you yourself cannot give.
Exactly.
You cannot. So that's where the double standards come in, that you can't say give up this if you are holding on to it. Like, you need to understand the depth of giving this thing up so that you can expect it from someone.
True.
So those double standards, not double standards, because they also double standards then become a pointing game. But you do this. You said I must, but those are the fights, those are the conversations, and it's just not like a place, and it's not like an environment you would want to be at. So that's why today we just wanted to talk about the importance of communicating your values. We always speak about communicating and communication in a relationship, but now we're just speaking with the certain things that we believe are very important, and number one is definitely values. Have that tough conversation at the beginning, at the inception of the relationship, even before it even comes to marriage.
What are you putting yourself into, the walk that you're walking, what it has for you. Guys, thank you for watching. This is what we had for you today. We're just trying to share also based on our experiences, the short 2 years that we had and 11 years of dating. Thank you very much. Don't forget to
subscribe, like, comment below, and share the page, guys.
Sure, Buffet, to have a lovely week.
Until next time.
Bye. Bye.